Hello everybody, welcome to JustUpright. My name is Doc Jean Ruder. I'm a doctor of physical therapy and I'm a certified dementia practitioner. Thank you so much to all the subscribers who are sharing this video, who are watching the video. Thank you so much, and all the viewers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button below. I greatly appreciate your support. So today I'm going to discuss the working visa, H1B working visa timeline. But before that, if you're new to my channel, check out how you can navigate the channel and check out my books at Amazon.com.
Explore the JustUpright channel by clicking on the playlist, and then it will take you to this page, and you can see as of the recording of this video, I have 47 videos currently on how to become a physical therapist here in the US. I also have health and wellness videos, videos on how to become an on-call therapist, physical therapy documentation, and other useful resources, and some videos that are inspirational, fun, and practical. So check those ones out. Check out my published books at Amazon.com. If you type GIMALYNRUDER, my books will pop out. If you are a foreign trained therapist, physical therapist, and want to be guided on the step-by-step process on how to become a licensed physical therapist here in the US, this book is for you, and it has good reviews on Amazon.com. The next book is Practical Tips for Therapists Prior to Migrating or Starting Your US Practice. This book is full of wisdom for you to be psychologically and professionally prepared before embarking into your US practice as a therapist. The third book is JustUpright, Practical Tips to Improve Posture, Balance, and Decrease Fall Risk. These are for older adults with practical exercises you can do at home modification program, and priceless information that may improve your life and enjoy your retirement years. And these are also for clinicians. I have Clinician Corner here that has standardized tests backed up by research studies and other evidence-based practice that you can use and utilize in your clinical practice.
I'm very excited to share with you that as of right now, I am accepting mentorship. Okay, I have a mentorship program, a one-on-one private coaching program for physical therapists, physical therapist assistants, especially those who are foreign trained. If you find yourself overwhelmed with the documentation system, you just don't know what to do, how to be competent, how to be efficient in doing your documentation, as well as clinical decision making. What is the best for your patient? What are the techniques to improve the quality of life of your patient and to improve your confidence and competence as a clinician? You may contact me. You can submit an email at JustUprightLLC@gmail.com. Let me know. Let's schedule an appointment. Let's talk. Let me see what I can do for you. I can share with you my 20 plus years of teaching and clinical experience. It will help us guide you through the process of being the best clinician. I entitled the program Unleash the Best Clinician in You because that is the main goal of the program, is to unleash your potential to be the best clinician that you can be. Okay. So for today's discussion, we're going to dive into the timeline for the working visa or the H1B. This is very complicated. I will try to make it as simple as I can. Again, I will tell you the website to go to. This is the website that I use. I'm not affiliated with this law group, but I like their website because it can be easily understood. So for the website, again, this is the imi-usa.com. So I will put the link down below if you want to take a look at it yourself. Okay, so let's just have a quick overview of the H1B Visa 2021 cap lottery according to this website. So the H1B was created for skilled professionals with at least bachelor's degree to work in the US in the fields of computer science, architecture, medicine, dentistry, engineering, accounting, and more. Okay, employers seeking to file H1B cap subject to petitions for fiscal year 2021-2022 cap. Okay, so there's like a quota per year, including those eligible for the advanced degree exception must first electronically register and pay the associated $10 H1B registration fee. Each employer can only submit one entry per H1B employee. The employer must attest that if their submission is selected, then they'll file a complete H1B petition. Employers seeking H1B workers subject to the cap or their authorized representatives will complete a registration process that requires only basic information about their company and each requested worker. The USCIS registration period is from March 9 through March 25, 2021. The H1B random selection process will then be run on those electronic registrations. Only those with selected registrations will be eligible to file the H1B cap subject petitions. So as of now, this is the H1B visa 2021 timeline. Okay, so this is should be done by your employer, not you as an applicant. So the employer will create a USCIS account online. H1B registrations opened at March 9, so it was open at March 9, it closed at March 25, and then USCIS conducts the lottery from March 25 to March 31st, and USCIS notifies the H1B lottery winners on March 21st, and H1B petition submissions begins on April 1st. Okay. So how does it work? So as we mentioned, the registration opened March 9 to March 25th. Okay, so employers will pre-register the alien workers, inputting information about the workers into the database. The USCIS will conduct the lottery and choose the beneficiaries. So we talk about the cap or the quota per year. So the quota is 65,000 for the regular cap and 20,000 for the master's cap that will go into filing and processing. So within 90 days of being selected, the selected registrant's employers will then file their petition with the USCIS for processing, along with the appropriate filing fees and supporting documents. If the petition is approved, the H1B visa will be issued and the beneficiary start date will be October 1st, 2021. All right, so this is the lottery system. So years ago, what was happening is that if I am the employer, I will gather all the documents and the documents from the applicants, and then I will submit all the documents to USCIS and pay the fee. Okay, and then the lottery will be done. Okay, what's happening now is that it's just like the employer should enter into a drawing for $10 per applicant. Okay, so it saves them some money, $10 per applicant, and then they submit the basic information, and then they will do the lottery, and whoever is selected, and that is the only candidate or candidates who will proceed to a full filing, submission of all the requirements, and submission of the full fee required to process the working visa. So this is different compared to when I was applying for a working visa. But things will change, and this is why. So this is the H1B anticipated changes under the Biden administration. So the Trump administration's prevailing wage rule will not go into effect this lottery season, meaning not the past March 2021. Instead, USCIS has decided to delay the rule's effective dates until December 31st, 2021. Okay? The Biden administration still has time to review it, and his administration or federal courts may elect to eliminate the rule altogether. Here's what the delay states. Okay? The department is delaying the rules effective until December 31st, 2021 because USCIS will not have adequate time to complete system development, thoroughly tested the modifications, train staff, and conduct public outreach needed to ensure an effective and orderly implementation of H1B selection final rule by the time the initiation registration period will be open for the upcoming fiscal year 2022 H1B cap season. So what is that prevailing wage mean? The prevailing wage is basically the average wage for employees who perform the same or similar jobs. The majority of employment-based visas require an employer to pay the prevailing wage as a bare minimum, as is the case with the H1B visa. So in the event the rule goes into effect for the next year's 2022-2023 lottery season, then random registration system will not be used. And USCIS would choose the submissions with the highest wage level 4, then select cases in wage level 3, and so on until the available visa spots are taken. Obviously, registrations that fall in level 4 and 3 have the highest chance of being selected. USCIS has noted that H1B registrations with wage level 1 will likely not be selected based on this selection process. Okay, so if the prevailing wage rule will take into effect, they're not going to do the random selection, the lottery, but as what mentioned in the website is that the USCIS will pick the one with the highest prevailing wage. So meaning the employer who offers high-paying job, okay? So at least the same amount as the prevailing wage or acceptable amount here in the US. So if your employer is offering you a high-paying position or a high-paying job per hour, okay, rate, the higher the rate, the better, the greater of chance of you being selected if this rule comes into effect next year. So instead of the lottery, they're going to process it based on the amount of the prevailing wage that the employer is offering. Okay, just for a quick review, okay, as we can see on this table, again, just a recap, February is the month that the employer should create a USCIS online account. Okay, the H1B registration opens at March. Okay, it closes at March 25. Okay, USCIS conducts lottery within March 25 to the 31st, and the 31st the USCIS notifies the H1B lottery winners starting April 1st. Employers of selected registrants have 90 days from notification to submit a petition. Okay, so they will submit the petition and they will submit all the fees, and then it will be into the processing. Okay, so once the working visa is approved, okay, your employer should notify you, hey, your working visa has been approved, you've been selected under the lottery, or if in the new system, a selection system based on prevailing wage. So once your working visa has been approved and you're out of the country, you have to schedule an appointment with the U.S. Embassy to appear for an interview. Okay, and we're going to discuss that later. So once your working visa has been approved in the U.S. Embassy, you can migrate here to the U.S. and start working as early as the October of the year that it was approved. Okay, for example, this year, October 1st, 2021, you can start working here. Okay, so let's discuss quickly some of the frequently asked questions. How does premium processing work? Premium processing service allows an employment-based petition or application to be expedited, generally within 15 days. The service fee is $2,500 or $2,500. Okay, it is important to take note that purchasing premium processing only reduces the processing time for your I-129 petition. It does not make you CAT exempt, nor does it guarantee you a spot in the lottery. If your petition happens to be selected, then your start date will be still October 1st, 2021, like all other applicants. It doesn't mean that you had a premium processing. If your employer filed your application, for example, within April, and you were granted the working visa within May, okay, and you can start your work here in the US by May. No, it doesn't happen like that. You still have to wait for October 1st to start to work here in the US under H1B working visa, even though it was processed under premium processing. Okay, what do I do after filing H1B petition? Okay, if your registration is selected in the lottery or through the new selection system, then your employer will need to file a petition which move on to the adjudication stage, meaning that it will be processed. An evaluating immigrant officer will decide if your H1B case is approved or denied or rejected. If it is approved, then you will have one of two options. Wait until October 1st, 2021 for your H1B status to be enacted as soon as you start working. This is only available if you are already here in the US under the different non-immigrant visa status and can maintain that status until you begin working. Or if you're outside the US or your current non-immigrant status will expire before October 1st, 2021, you will need to make an appointment with the US consulate or a US embassy in your country and go through consular processing. What is consular processing? So when you go to your appointment, you must already completed and paid for the DS-160 online non-immigrant application. Okay, be sure to bring a printout of this confirmation page and payment receipt. As of the recording of this video, the DS-160 costs $190. Okay, so you have to go to the consul with this form and all your documents that were given to you by your employer. Okay, and be sure to know the contents of those documents. At H1B interview, the officer will ask you basic questions about yourself, your job description, your employer, and travel history. If you traveled in the past, they may ask that. The best advice, according to this website, of course, is to answer all questions quickly and honestly. Do not lie, okay? It is better to say, I don't know, okay? Or to be honest, I don't know. It is better to say that if you really don't know the answer instead of lying, which could have serious repercussions in the future. Okay, so what is RFE, or request for evidence? The request for evidence is that instead of just total denial of the petition of your employer, okay, the USCIS will send the request for evidence. Okay, if the evaluating officer feels that some supporting documentation would make your case clear, an RFE is usually the way to go. If you receive an RFE, you will need to respond within a given time window, usually up to 3 months. And this is for your employer, not for you as an applicant, unless the employer needs something from you to submit to the USCIS for further evidence. Okay, so if I would like to work in the US, can I apply for an H1B visa by myself? Okay, the answer is you must have a job offer from a US company or organization to apply for an H1B visa. So you must have a sponsor, you must have an employer, or you must have an agency to petition you in your behalf. Okay, what is the length of stay of H1B visa? This is true for H1B visa then and now, 3 years, and you can extend it for another 3 years, and in some select cases you can be granted more than 6 years. Okay, so to quickly share my personal experience, so I was under one company for maybe 4 years, and they filed working visa. I got denied. It got denied. I did not even reach the consul, and it got denied and was not explained to me. And then I found another employer who filed for my immigrant visa, but because there was a backlog in processing, retrogression, it did not work out. I had another employer who filed a working visa, but it got denied. So So, the denial of the working visa does not necessarily be your fault as an applicant. Most of the hard work, the legwork, of proving that there is really a real job waiting for you lies on your employer. Okay, but you have to do your part as an applicant, especially during the interview process, to know all about your company, to know your job description, to know how much you are being paid, to know where will you be assigned. The more that you know, the greater the chances of you being approved. Okay, although there's always no guarantee for it, but the chances are, if you come prepared and you are confident and you're answering questions honestly and accurately, then the chances of you being approved is higher than not. Okay, so I hope that this is helpful. I know there are a lot of information to take in. I hope that this information was available to me when I was applying, because I literally did not have any idea how it goes and what was the happening behind the scene. Okay, but this will just give you an idea. Again, as a disclaimer, I am not an immigrant lawyer. I'm just getting this information from the website that is readily available for you to access, and also based on my personal experience. Okay, so I appreciate all your support. Thank you so much for watching. Please share this video and the other videos of JustUpright, because we want to grow the channel and to reach as many people as we can, to help them as much as we can. Thank you so much for watching, and stay blessed. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button below to be updated with the latest video releases. Share this channel to other people you know who will benefit from JustUpright videos. Thank you again, and stay blessed.